Hey, it's Friday. That means today's FYI Friday, and we're going to learn something today. I'm Jessie. I'm the host. Thanks for joining us. We're still at Joe's Quilting Studio. So today, it's going to be over here on the autopilot. If you don't have an autopilot, this is still pretty good information for you because I'm sure you do have a computer. One of the biggest questions that we get in here is how to update our autopilot Windows computers, okay? So we're going to talk about it today, and we're going to talk about why you actually need to update. When you first got your autopilot system, I'm sure your dealer told you, don't ever put it online, ever. Don't ever do it. And it's because there's no virus software actually on there. So if you put it online, you are opening it up to a whole host of viruses and things like that. You really do not want to open up your computer to a whole bunch of viruses because, well, let's face it, you're probably running a business or you're doing a lot of quotes. I mean, you're doing all kinds of things on there, and you just don't want this to have to be down because somebody sent you some software. It's why we don't check our email on there. We don't download patterns on there. We don't do any of the things. It's not a surfing computer. It's a working computer. But there are several instances where you do actually need to update it. So just a little techno mumbo jumbo here. You are running your autopilot system on here, and it's always being updated. When those updates are actually written, they are being written on the current version of Windows. So if you're running a very old version of Windows on there, and then you go and update your autopilot system, it causes things to be a little glitchy because what happens is it's coming and it's writing over the data, and it goes, oh, this data doesn't match. I'm going to skip that and write this and then skip that. And then it won't take the update sometimes. And then all of a sudden you've got to call the factory, you get Laura, and the first thing she's going to do is come in and put the current version of Windows on your computer, and she's going to update that for you. So today I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you how to do it. So there's two little bits of knowledge, or not knowledge, but things that you actually need to know. Number one, Windows 10 starting October 14th, Microsoft is no longer going to support this. So even on your home computer, if you have not updated to Windows 11 yet, now's the time to do it. I would go in, I would look and see if you have the hardware for it. But if you are running your autopilot, you are going to want to go in and update it to Windows 11. Okay? The other thing is how do you know what current version of Windows you're running? Well, you can find that out by coming here, making sure your desktop is what is displayed. Come over to your keyboard, and you are going to go ahead and hit your start function. That's the little 4 squares right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alicia's going to point them out for you. You're going to press that and the letter R. And you get your run box that comes up. And in there, you are going to type WinVer, WINVER. Hit OK. And it comes up and tells you exactly what version of Windows you're on. If yours says, hey, Windows 11, winner, winner, chicken dinner, you don't have to update to Windows 11. It's already there. And then you could probably skip ahead about a minute and a half of what we're going to talk about. But if this right here says Windows 10, you are going to need to probably go in and get that updated. Okay. And then once you update, you're going to want to run your update again. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's start here. I know it's Windows 11. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. I'm going to come down here to my start function. That is the 4 squares right here at the bottom of your screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to hit start and come up here to the cog where it says settings. Now, it says right here, my Windows update needs attention. It gives me the name of my computer there. I named mine Betsy. Hopefully yours has a good name too. But it also says I'm not connected. So it's not going to look for the most current version until I put this online. I'm always an advocate for whenever we put this computer online that we make sure we're not stitching on anything. Okay? You want to have your machine turned off. You want to have it turned off. You don't want to be stitching on anything. You're not doing 2 things simultaneously. You're just doing this. Okay? Because you don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. How do you know, right? So keep that turned off. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to walk over there. I'm just going to turn it off real quick. So now my machine's turned off and I'm ready to go. So I'm going to come down here to my right-hand corner, okay? And I am just going to click on my little globe. Your internet settings would have already been set up when you installed your system in the first place. So up here at the top with the fan, I'm going to click the arrow where it says manage my Wi-Fi, and I'm going to click on Joe's Quilting Studio, and I'm just going to connect. That's because mine is already set up. So it does allow me to connect that way. It does say it's connected. That's great. And let me close this. And then I'm going to come back here to my start, settings. Betsy's here. It says I'm connected to Joe's Quilting Studio here. Windows update needs attention. So this is the screen that you're looking for, and you can go ahead and just hit the Windows update. It takes you to the update screen, and it will list all of the updates that are in there. And at this time, this is from the last update, so it just says retry them all. It's checking for any current updates, and you're just going to keep doing this until you get this screen that says all up to date. Okay, so you might have had previous updates that tried to like update itself when you were online for a moment and didn't realize that it was looking for those things, or maybe you prematurely turned it off when you were doing an update last time. So here in Joe's Quilting Studio, we are a big advocate for about every quarter, making sure our systems are shut down and going in and just updating our Windows computers, right? And making sure that those are up. We like it to happen in a controlled setting. We like it to happen when we're not rushed for time. I do it when I'm kind of cleaning my machine and changing the needle. I will have it look for updates. And see, it just found all of these, and now it's pending downloads. So we're going to go ahead and let those kind of try and download, and you see they restarted themselves, and then it's checking again for updates. Once you have it updated, you have it all downloaded, it's going to ask you to restart. You're going to restart it, bring it back up, turn it back online, and go in and check for more updates, because if you haven't updated your computer in a while, sometimes it makes you download one version and then come back to do the most current version. So you have to kind of layer them up, right? So you want to do that until you have no pending updates. And once you have no pending updates, go manually turn your Wi-Fi back off and then restart your computer. Make sure the Wi-Fi is still off and you can start your autopilot system again. And now you know.